Sometimes, laws change because of debate, and sometimes, they change because of tragedy. In one city, on one afternoon, an accident revealed the cost of ignoring human safety, and the law was never the same again. History often records progress as deliberate. Committees meet. Policies evolve. Reforms are debated. But occasionally, progress is forced into existence by an event so clear, so devastating, that ignoring it becomes impossible. This is the story of an accident that occurred in New York City, and how it compelled a nation to rewrite its laws. The year was 1911. The place was Lower Manhattan, specifically the Greenwich Village area of New York City. At the time, the United States was deep in industrial expansion. Factories operated at full capacity. Immigrant labor powered much of the economy. Workplace regulations were minimal. Many labor laws that exist today simply did not exist then. Safety standards were inconsistent. Fire codes were poorly enforced. Employers were rarely held accountable for working conditions. This was considered normal. The Triangle Shirtwaist Factory occupied the top floors of a 10-story building near Washington Square Park. The factory employed mostly young immigrant women, many of them teenagers. They worked long hours, they were paid low wages, and they labored in crowded conditions. To prevent theft and unscheduled breaks, some doors were kept locked during working hours. This practice was not illegal at the time. On the afternoon of March 25, 1911, the workday was nearing its end. Machines were running. Fabric scraps were present throughout the workspace. No one sensed immediate danger. Then, a fire broke out. The exact cause was never definitively established, but it is documented that the fire spread rapidly. Within minutes, the upper floors were engulfed. Workers attempted to flee. Some found exits locked. Some stairwells filled with smoke. The single fire escape quickly collapsed under pressure. Firefighters arrived quickly, but their ladders could not reach the upper floors. What followed was witnessed by hundreds. On the streets below, the fire lasted less than half an hour. The consequences lasted generations. Events shapes perspective. If you had watched this far, you may consider subscribing to Quiet History. Confirmed facts show that 146 workers died as a result of the fire. Most victims were young women. The building was not equipped with adequate fire safety measures. Locked doors prevented escape. Firefighting equipment was insufficient for the building's height. These facts are supported by court records, eyewitness accounts, and official investigations. They are not disputed. Some elements were never fully resolved. The exact ignition source was never confirmed. Responsibility was debated, but legally limited. The owners were acquitted of criminal charges. While civil penalties followed, many felt justice was incomplete. The law, at the time, did not provide stronger accountability. The reaction was immediate and widespread. Newspapers across the country reported the event. Funerals filled city streets. Public demonstrations followed. What shocked the public most was not only the loss of life, but how avoidable it appeared. This single event led directly to sweeping reforms. Fire safety codes were strengthened. Building regulations were rewritten. Workplace inspections became mandatory. Labor protections expanded nationwide. The building still stands in Manhattan today. It looks ordinary, quiet, unremarkable, but history remembers what happened there. Sometimes, progress begins only after tragedy exposes what was ignored. This accident did not rewrite the law by intention. It did so by consequence.